Sir James MacMillan's Little Mass, a shortened version of his Mass for Children's Voices, received its premiere in Liverpool back in March last year and heads to the southwest with a specially assembled choir from Bournemouth, Bristol and Poole. Mcmillan is one of the most thrilling and inventive writers for choir and orchestra. Yes, he pushes boundaries, but somehow his music remains accessible and utterly beguiling. This celebration of music making in the southwest should prove an uplifting and joyful experience. Another star attraction that evening here at Colston Hall is Elgar's Enigma Variations, or Variations on an Original Theme. The problem is, we don't know what that theme is. All we really have to go on is what Elgar said in 1911. Enigma, for so the theme is called, he wrote, adding that through and over the whole set, another and larger theme goes, but is not played. Some have suggested that this larger theme is pointing to a hymn, or perhaps Auld Lang Syne, Home Sweet Home too, even the national anthem. Mozart's Symphony No. 38 has also been suggested. We'll never really know, but then the Enigma is a bit of a distraction. Elgar's work is actually more about the variations themselves than the theme. And there are 14 of them, each one a subtle, often cheeky portrait of a close friend of his. The first variation, a tender tribute to his dear wife Alice, his former piano pupil, followed by a series of gentle, friendly digs at several friends. In the lumbering, whirling Variation XIII, Elgar teases his friend Arthur for his incompetence at the piano. And in number 9, listen to the almighty splash as Elgar's friend George's bulldog, Dan, tumbles down the bank into the River Wye. The most heartfelt variation is left for Elgar's publisher, Augustus Jaeger, in Nimrod. Jaeger had helped Elgar in his depression, urging him to carry on composing. So this is Elgar's tender tribute to his musical saviour. So now let's hear more about Elgar's enigmatic theme and the characters lurking within the variations from Jonathan James.
The theme to Elgar's Enigma Variations is in itself quite enigmatic. It's like a series of questions. It's quite puzzling, isn't it? There's nothing that falls on the downbeat almost. And as I say, it's a sequence of unfinished sentences, of dots. Soon, Elgar begins to join together those dots. And by the time we get to the 9th variation, the most famous one called Nimrod, it sounds much more set and satisfied. So we have a pianissimo, which is really quiet, and a very Elgarian marking, nobilmente, nobly. Everything falls so well when you just change the time signature and you put it into 3 instead of the 4 that it was in earlier. And even within the makeup of this theme, there are some rather wonderful things to listen out for. You've got these kind of intervals, which are thirds. They're quite cosy intervals. They make you feel at home. And then these intervals, sevenths. You can hear they're less comfortable, and they're like sighing. So even within the theme, you get a combination of feeling at home and sighing, yearning for something beyond. It's a combination that is so typical of this composer.